Hello, everybody. Welcome to Talking Fitchburg on this Thursday, June 30th, 2022, the final day of June. Yes, we'll be turning the calendar to July as we head into the 4th of July weekend. Welcome into TF, and boy, it's going to be a nice day this week, or today, and going into the weekend. Chances of storms come in about Sunday night, so we'll have to keep an eye on that, but looking like good weather as you get ready. Maybe today's your last day in the office, maybe it's tomorrow, whatever the case. It's a holiday weekend, and we got a busy show for you as we get ready for the holiday weekend. We're going to talk about fireworks. Fireworks are fun to watch when the professionals do it. We'll check in with the Fitchburg Fire Department on what is legal and some considerations about fireworks. If you're thinking on putting on your own show, we'll break that down for you coming up. And Discovery Storage opened up yesterday with a fun ribbon cutting and grand opening. We'll take you out to that event coming up. But first, let's get you a couple of headlines as we work through this Thursday. We start with an attempted homicide arrest. Fitchburg man has been charged with attempted first-degree intentional homicide following a Saturday morning shooting incident. Dwayne J. Pickens Jr., 34, made his initial appearance in Dane County Circuit Court on Thursday for the charges of attempted first-degree intentional homicide, felon in possession of a firearm, and 2 counts of felony bail jumping. On Saturday, June 25th, around 2:40 a.m., Fitchburg officers responded to the intersection of McKee Road and Commerce Park Drive for report of shots fired. At the scene of a reported shooting, officers located several shell casing. Officers learned the victim had fled to a nearby gas station. When officers located the victim, they learned he had encountered the suspect at another gas station. Recognizing the suspect as a man with whom the victim had previously feuded, the victim began to drive away a short distance from the gas station, and the suspect pulled alongside the victim's vehicle and began shooting. Officers determined one round struck the victim's vehicle, and the victim shot back at the suspect before fleeing the area. Later Saturday, investigators were able to fully identify the suspect as Dwayne J. Pickens Jr. On Monday, Fitchburg police officer, detectives, and members of the special response team arrested Pickens without incident. Search warrants later executed at the Pickens apartment, where a gun and ammunition were found. At this time of the incident, Pickens was out on bail on an open felony case in possession of a firearm. We'll get you more details as they come in. And my son is joining me here for these headlines today, and he's going to say this. He's excited for 3D printing basics. This will be held on Wednesday, July 6th. Join us for the basics of 3D design and printing. We'll be using the free and easy to use online design tool. Stop on by. You do need to register for this, as it is a registered program from 7 to 8 p.m. on July 6th. All right, buddy, we got to take a quick break. Coming up next, we open up our digest. We're talking to the fire chief of Fitchburg about fireworks. That's next right here on Talking Fitchburg.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be flood next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life, but how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have prediabetes, a serious medical condition that puts you at high risk for type 2 diabetes. 1 in 3 American adults has prediabetes, but more than 80% don't know they have it. The good news is, prediabetes can be reversed, and for many people, healthy changes in their daily routine can make a big difference. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantori here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family, and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining today for the Fitchburg Fire Department, it's your fire chief, Joe Popemacher. Joe, welcome back to the show. How are you doing, sir?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you for joining me. It's the season of fireworks, and fireworks and safety, as you have informed me, don't really go together. We want you to stay safe no matter what you're doing out there. Certainly, we're not saying that we don't want you to be safe, but it's hard to say when you're lighting something that's going to explode that has there's no guarantee of anything, right? And makes it interesting. But let's get to the bottom line first. What is the city of Fitchburg's policy on fireworks?
Lighting off fireworks, anything that goes up or explodes. So goes up or goes boom is not allowed in the city of Fitchburg. We know very well that there are a number of outlets around the area that are selling those, but to light them off in the city of Fitchburg is not allowed. And there are fines associated with it in the event that you are visited by the fire department or the law enforcement.
What do they say when you're going through fire school and stuff, and you're talking about fires? And there's got to be a section on fireworks. Like, is there?
Yeah, well, okay. So here's the thing. The issue that we have with fireworks is the unpredictable nature associated with them, and the fact that there are risks in that go along with the lighting of fireworks. With that said, I love a good fireworks display. I just prefer to have somebody who has gone to school to be able to actually conduct the display, and somebody who is bonded and insured and can cover the costs of any unforeseen issues. That's the preferred fireworks display. I love watching those. The private displays, the ones that are happening with those that are doing it with these market fireworks that you see throughout the area. Those are the ones that get problematic, and those are where we start seeing issues, because once a firework or any type of explosive leaves the ground, we have absolutely no idea where that's going. To make matters worse, with the explosion, there's a number of injuries that can occur, and we've seen those injuries throughout my time on the fire department and beyond. So that's something that we are well aware of as far as the risks associated with it, and anything that's predictable is preventable. So it's one of those things where, as a fire department, we'd much prefer you go to a professional display versus having one on your own.
Yeah, I think that's always a safer bet. And Joe, maybe to put even better context into those professional displays, when whatever event or person comes to the fire department and says, "Hey, we're hoping to do this fireworks show. We have hired a professional company." What are the steps that you go through with said company or said event to get it to a point where, again, it's done in the fashion of safety first?
We want to know their plan associated with their display. So whatever their procedures are, we communicate that in advance. We know what they do in the event that something goes wrong and the procedures that they follow in order to minimize the risk of injury. We also take a look at where those fireworks may end up. So it's not only the going up, but the going down. What's the fall down area associated with the fireworks? How is that impacted by wind? How is that impacted by precipitation? I mean, all of those things are items that we look at when we do an incident action plan for a fireworks display. And then we train our firefighters on what they need to do in order to get in there and to address any issues. There's a situation where you don't necessarily want to rush in. You obviously want to provide care and address whatever emergency presents as quickly as possible. But the last thing you want to do is to introduce somebody into a very active environment that they could be injured in. So it's the idea of reducing that risk and providing enough information so that we can proceed into those areas and address the issue without putting ourselves in harm's way. I know it sounds like I'm sort of overthinking this, but you got to appreciate that over the course of my career, I've seen a number of injuries associated with fireworks. You can truly impact the rest of your life with one hand injury. And those are things that we typically see. We'll see more injuries than we will fires. But at the same time, fires, especially given whatever our drought status is from year to year, could play into that factor even more. And those are things that I've seen too.
National Safety Council says fireworks start an average of 18,500 fires each year, including 1,300 structure fires, 300 vehicle fires, and nearly 17,000 other fires. That's a lot of fires. And you're right. When you're talking about those dry conditions that we have seen, fairly recent too. And on top of being a good neighbor, because half of the time these go up and there's a little wind, and next thing you know, sparks are into somebody else's property and you've burned down somebody else's whatever. It's just bad all around.
Yeah, so that's another thing to consider is if there is a fire that is associated with fireworks, we will do everything we can to investigate the source of that fire. Where did the fireworks come from? Because ultimately, the person who lights that firework and provides those fireworks are responsible for any fire that happened. That includes the costs associated with addressing the damage and whatever life safety presents.
All right, the final question, and it's a tough question to answer, I think, but when we're talking about, is it a new, there's thoughts of illegal fireworks going off or whatever. Who should you call? When is it? How do you report it? Do you guys have any suggestions for residents on that front that are either worried about their property, worried about somebody else's property safety? How do you address those issues?
So if you know that there's an active threat, well, here's the thing. There's so many different things that are affected by fireworks. Obviously, we've already talked about some of the risk, but we also have residents who have animals that are susceptible to higher stress environments during fireworks. And we have a number of people in our community that are affected from a PTSD standpoint, and how fireworks affect them are much differently than they affect others that haven't necessarily been in their situation. So I think if it's one of those things, if there's an active threat or you can see that there's the potential for fire or somebody's been injured, 911 is your best bet. You can also call the non-emergency number at police dispatch if it's something that you want the police or fire department to look into. If we come upon these displays, we do stop and we address them. But it's a matter of trying to control the number of displays, hopefully bringing that number to zero, but staying on top of the number of complaints that we have and being able to provide the appropriate assistance. So by all means, if it's active and you think that there's something that's threatening life or property, then I would call 911. Anything else in order to address the concerns of something that has happened, dial the non-emergency number. And for that, the non-emergency number in the city of Fitchburg is 608-270-4300.
Perfect. Joe, any other final thoughts as we wrap up? Again, leave it. I think the message of the day is leave it to the professionals and be neighborly. That'd be my message.
Yeah, especially if you have a neighbor that's nice enough to knock on your door and ask you to stop. That's a neighbor trying to address a situation at the lowest possible level and who doesn't want to necessarily get anybody involved and is sharing their concerns with you directly. That's a good thing. If that doesn't work, then ultimately police and fire have a tendency of getting involved, and that's incorporating more into the issue than really needs to be. But being neighborly is a really good suggestion.
All right, Joe, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it as always. Stay safe out there, and we'll check in with you real soon.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Thank you. Again, anything that leaves the air and goes boom, not having it here in the city of Fitchburg, and stick with the message of leave it to the professionals this holiday weekend. We'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
Como padre, todos los días son un desafío. Y hay que estar ahí presentes. No importa lo cansado que uno esté, hay que estar ahí presentes para ellos. Cuando los niños aprenden algo nuevo, es ese momento mágico y especial. Y creo que presenciar ese momento es mi favorito.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? I'm high. Oh.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg and the guest segment, and we're going to take you out to a new storage facility. You may have seen it off of Verona Road. It's called Discovery Storage, and they cut some ribbon yesterday on a cool grand opening. Here is that ribbon cutting.
All right, hi everyone, and welcome to the official ribbon cutting and grand opening to Discovery Storage here in Fitchburg. My name is Brandon Rounds, and I'm with the Fitchburg Chamber, and we are so excited to welcome them officially a year later to Fitchburg. Yes, better late than never. And
we're about open for a year now. We opened up August 26th, and today is our ribbon cutting, and we just wanted to have the city of Fitchburg come out and enjoy the day with us. This is my first year doing storage, but I was hired by a hospitality company. I do have a hospitality background. The hospitality company is out of Springfield, Missouri. So there's no rhyme or reason for storage. I just really like the hospitality background of it. We have two owners. One lives in Colorado. His name is Dan McCoy, and the other owner is Wynn Stewart, and he lives in Georgia. And then the two owners have the hospitality company, Rolling Oaks, out of Missouri, run us. So our first location is in Bentonville, Arkansas, the land of Walmart corporate. And then this is our second location, and we're going up in Sun Prairie, and then also Columbus, Ohio. There's just a lot of research out there right now that Fitchburg is growing and Madison at a rapid pace. So many apartments are going up. There's just a need for it, and we opened up on good timing as far as the need for it.
We are very excited that you are here in Fitchburg. I sit on the Plan Commission, and I've watched this project unfold, and it's been nothing but excitement to be part of that process, and just to watch all the way up to the architectural design review, and it's just a gorgeous building, and I'm anxious to see what's inside as well.
We have anything as small as a 5x5, but you can stack it up to about 9 feet tall, and then as big as 10x30s. I don't know if you've ever moved before, but honestly, it's Some people are going through really great times. Some people are going through bad times. And what's nice is that we're just that hospitality background. We are truly a 5-star storage facility, so we want to make it to be an amazing experience for our customers. What's nice about our amenities is we have a huge bay that you can unload in that 2 semis can fit in. So if it's raining or snowing, any elements outside, you're going to really enjoy our bay. And then also we have another point of access that you can unload in. We do have 627 units, that's 3 floors. But what's nice about our 3rd floor, even 2nd floor, it's 15 feet from the bay. So to get up to 3rd floor is really easy, and we have complimentary carts for the customers to use as well. Lots of security. So we have over 100 cameras inside and outside of the building on every level of the facility, and we're watched from everybody from all over the United States. So we keep an eye on things. So that's what's nice about the security. The cameras they catch everything. We are a state-of-the-art facility. It's Bluetooth ran, so as soon as you sign up, you can sign up online, or you can call over the phone or stop into our office. You can do it different ways. The facility is ran off of Bluetooth, so you don't need a key. It's just it opens up the doors as soon as you turn your Bluetooth on, and then you get access to the facility. And then all the other amenities that we have totes that you can rent. We can deliver them as well, and we have a huge store of moving supplies, plastic shelves that you can rent, metal shelves that you can rent, and then we do have a Discovery Storage high roof panel van.
This is an amazing building that Dan and Wynn have presented us with. The opportunity to kind of be the first as far as Class A self-storage, interior climate control. I think we bring a really neat product to the market, but really the secret sauce is Kelly and her team, and what they bring in the way of hospitality as far as that goes. And with any questions that come up, any after hours needs, this team is always quick to respond via text, calls, or whatnot on that. So we're just excited to be in the market, look forward to growing, and right now we've just been just so tremendously pleased with the reception that Fitchburg has given us, and the open arms and early ambassadorship that Kelly's received on that. So we can't thank you enough for being part of your community.
We're at about 40% occupancy, and that's completely what we were targeting for as far as our move-in date, our startup date, August 26th. So we're doing great. We had 55 move-ins last month and only a couple of move-outs. So we are doing great as far as our move-ins go. And what's really nice is I've created relationships with all of the other facilities in town, so we refer back and forth to each other. At our facility, unfortunately, we don't have room for RVs or boats, but there's other facilities that do, and we want to be able to direct people right away to what they need. For our building access for our tenants is 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. at night. If there's any businesses that need to get in here in the middle of the night, which is completely understandable. We have cleaning companies that need to come in. We make that possible for our tenants as well. And then also there are people that work in the middle of the night, so we have to adjust hours and stuff like that. But that's our basic hours. And then our office hours are 8:30 to 5:30 Monday through Saturday, and then 1 to 5 on Sundays.
People hear self-storage and it conjures up an image that's not always well received. And I think the first time we talked, it probably went over like a lead balloon, but providing a place for people's belongings when they're in between different phases of life can be a quality experience, can be a more retail experience. So returning this property, which had some environmental issues in the past, productively to the tax roll, I think is good for the community. And it's a pleasure to work with people who at the city try to make things happen instead of standing in your way of getting things done. So thanks for helping us be here and be open, and send your friends and neighbors.
The Chamber's been #1 on my list. I called them before I had the job. Networking throughout the community, inviting Discovery to all the events in town. It's just been referral for vice versa, our business with all the other businesses in town. Like the Ukraine group, we were able to help them out, do a fundraiser for them, a benefit, and it's just all about making the city of Fitchburg better and wanting to be a part of the community to make it better. And I know the city of Fitchburg is absolutely like that, and that's what we're about. Honestly, just the customer service aspect of it will go up and beyond. I mean, honestly, even if you need help unloading it, we know the moving companies in town, real estate agents in town will help your move as easy as possible. It's not just going to be just a storage unit, it's going to be everything else that you need when you're moving.
official ribbon.
All right, there you have it. Congratulations, Discovery Storage. Welcome into the city of Fitchburg. Have a chance to stop out. Or you need to store some stuff. Now you got a place. Well, another place. There's a couple of places actually in Fitchburg for storage, so check them out. Either way, welcome to Fitchburg. All right, we'll take a quick break. Wrap up the show next. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
It takes all of us to slow the spread of the coronavirus. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and stay home unless absolutely necessary. Use a delivery service for essential items like food and medicine. If you must make essential trips, stay 6 feet apart from other people. Wear a cloth face covering and wash your hands for at least 20 seconds as often as possible. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantore here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
Hey, boss. Okay.
Said I'm fine.
Put me to bed, see you in the morning. With the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it. And we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. Where you at, underlay, in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yes.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready!
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Well, welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Wrapping up the show for the day. I want to thank the fire chief of Fitchburg, Joe Polfemacher, for coming out and being on the show talking about fireworks. Remember, if it leaves the ground and goes boom, it's illegal. Leave it to the professionals, as we said. And there's a lot of fun professional fireworks display happening all over Dane County and beyond. So check the list for some fun fireworks. And again, congratulations to Discovery Storage. Welcome to Fitchburg. Have a great day, everybody. Maybe we'll see you back here tomorrow.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps. Did Pete saying mean things bother you?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
Brandon met a girl on a dating app. He finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving.
She must be a keeper.